Norm MacDonald.
Oh, hey, Chris. What's up?
Dude, I love your show on Netflix. It's so awesome to see you on there and interviewing like all these people and stuff. It's so laid back. It's great.
Yeah, it's fun because I'm getting to interview whoever I want, although that list is running short.
You were always great on Letterman. Did you ever do like Carson?
The first time I ever did the Tonight Show with Johnny Carson with guest host Jay Leno, which wasn't as good as the Tonight Show with Johnny Carson. But the guy told me, he said, "You're not a Johnny comic, you're more of a Jay comic." I'm like, really? Oh, that sucks. But anyways, Barry Manilow was the other guest, right? So he has these people that follow him around everywhere he goes.
Yeah.
It's all these old ladies and stuff. So the entire crowd was filled with Barry Manilow fans. It was the first time ever doing the show. So right before I'm about to go on, Doc Severinsen, the band leader, right?
Yep.
He goes out and he goes, folks, after the break, we'll come back with a comic. It's Barry Manilow's favorite comic. Like he was so nice. And so then I walk out and the crowd like applauds for like a minute.
Wow.
Like it didn't even make any sense. And then they just laugh wherever they feel they should. You know, sometimes it was halfway through a joke. And that was Barry Manilow's favorite comic.
So when you get a call like the Tonight Show saying, we want you on there, and you're all excited, then they go, it's the night that Jay Leno's hosting. You were bummed out?
Oh, yeah. It was this guy. His name was Jim McCauley, and he booked the Tonight Show. So I got to L.A., I was like, I'm going to be the last guy, you know, the last comic that he anoints, you know?
Yeah.
And I was like doing spots every night, and then saw me after the show, and he goes, well, you're more of a Jay comic. And I'm like, well, what is that? What does it mean? And what does that mean, you know? He's like, you know, Jay's taking over. I'm like, no, I know, but I'm like, it'd be cool with Johnny. And he's like, well, if Jay, if you do good with Jay, Johnny will watch, as if Johnny's going to watch, you know, on his day off, like the guy he hates, you know.
Right.
So it was depressing to get the Tonight Show with guest host Jay Leno.
Yeah, I watch, like a Seinfeld show and stuff, and him and like Gary Shandling really get excited about the whole thing about being on Carson, and I guess I understand that whole thing because like for me to go on to go on Stern, to equate it to that as far as radio. Yeah, but I mean,
that's the closest I've ever been, actually. Well, Letterman or Stern.
Right.
No, I've heard you on Stern. It's great.
Yeah, it's fun. It's great going on there.
You always phone him about something, and he's like, I hear you're getting fired again.
Yeah. That's awesome that he's heard that.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's. I think that's the only reason why a lot of these comics will do our shows, because they heard me getting fired on Stern.
No, he is the coolest.
Are you going to do another special?
Yeah, I'm going to do another kind of a different type of special.
What do you mean?
But, well, I haven't quite figured it out yet, but when I do, you'll be the first to know.
Good.
If Norm was going to build his super team of like a comedy tour, who would it be? Who would you have on that tour with you?
I picked Brian Regan.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there'd be three. So it'd be Brian Regan, me, and Chris Bosch.
Yeah, he's hilarious.
Oh, yeah. No, he's more of just his face.
Yeah, he looks like a Simpson. Right?
Looks like a velociraptor.
Yeah, he does.
A raptor.
He does.
You know what was funny is the other night I was watching when you had Bob Saget on your show, and I videotaped it with my phone.
He sent it to all of us.
Yeah, I sent it to all my friends about the part where you guys were doing the joke thing, and you see, whenever you start talking about black weed, Saget gets so uncomfortable. Hilarious.
Saget is funny. If you hang out with Saget, he's so famous because he had those two shows that were so gigantic,
yep.
You know?
Yeah.
So anyways, everyone recognizes him everywhere he goes.
Everywhere.
All they ever say is, you're Bob Saget. And then he goes, thank you.
Would you have taken those gigs, Norm?
Oh, no, I would not, no. I've done stupid non-accepting things before. Like one time I didn't accept this thing, because I don't know how anything works, and then it was a cartoon, and then it became a really popular cartoon, and then later my manager said, oh, you would have made huge money off that. I'm like, oh, you should have told me. I thought a cartoon was just made no money, you know. But
Norm MacDonald's the greatest, dude. Thanks for coming on again. You're always awesome.
Thanks, man. Peace.
this occurred to me today. ID, which I had to show it again. There's a strange abbreviation when you think about it. I is short for I. And then D is short for dentification. They could have split that one up a little better, you know? But I watch the TV, I watch the news, make you afraid, the news, you know? Put all these stories on, Iraq, Iran, North Korea, you know, try to scare you, you know? But does it ever really scare you? Like, you ever wake up in the middle of the night, North Korea! That little tiny country across the ocean. I wonder if they'll get me. Plus, didn't MASH settle that like 20 years ago?
That's the great Norm MacDonald here on the Kid Chris Show.
You know who I met once, Bob? You may have met this guy. I bet you did. But you remember that book on stand-up written by maybe William Goldman? I can't remember. But it was about Lenny Bruce. It was about Lenny Bruce.
I don't think I read that
It was
book.
Lenny Bruce.
I never met Lenny Bruce, but I know who William Goldman is.
So there was a guy that was with Lenny Bruce that was supposed to be the funniest guy.
Well,
and he was Rodney's friend.
Joe Ansis.
Yes.
Joe Ansis, Rodney
Now,
told
I met
me.
Joe Ansis.
No way.
He came to Saturday Night Live, and he wasn't very funny.
Well, he was an old man by then, right?
Yeah, he was with Rodney.
You know, there's a story about him that he was so OCD that he got into a bathroom, took off all of his clothes, and like naked in the toilet, but didn't lock the stall door.
Yeah.
And Rodney told me this story, and it has to be true, I guess, and because he didn't tell that many stories this many times. And he's naked, standing on a toilet seat. So you look under the stall, and the guy saw that there was nobody there, and he was trying to take a shit, and he was naked like a crow, and his clothes were laid up over the side of the stall.
Yeah.
And a guy opened the stall, and they both because he was like naked with like his dick hanging out.
My God.
Just a creepy story. There was no punchline to it except how OCD the guy was, how crazy.
I heard a great story, and correct me if I'm wrong, about you running into Rodney after he got out of a hospital at Caroline's. Was that you? And he was waiting for Ron Jeremy?
Yeah, that was at his place. That's actually in the book.
It's in the book.
Is that in the book?
Yeah, there's a story.
Tell
and
everyone that story.
It's a true thing that I was supposed to have dinner with Rodney at 7 o'clock on a Wednesday. And I got to his place, and he was in a robe, and he'd just had surgery, but he was healed, you know, wasn't like hanging out. He had a scar up here, and he said they took out all my guts, lied them next to me, and then put them all back in. That's how he talked about his surgery. It's just like something quick, like Legos or something. And so I got to his place Wednesday night, and his wife was going out with a friend, and he goes, "Bob, you didn't call to confirm." I said, "I'm not late. This was the plan." "You didn't call to confirm, man. I'm sorry. I got Ron Jeremy coming up here with 2 hookers." And I said, "Well, I gotta go. I'm not gonna. I met Ron before. No offense. I just don't. I'm good. I'm gonna leave." And Rodney goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, man. I feel bad." He had a release on the table that just says, "I, Ron Jeremy, allow Rodney to use me in his book." And that was just going to be his signature. That's what it was all for. So Rodney goes, "Sorry, I'll walk you out. I feel bad, Bob." And he walks me over to the elevator, and the elevator was just to his unit. And I walk over, and the doors, I'm on the inside of the elevator, and I go, he said, "How you doing, Bob?" I said, "I'm doing pretty good. I would have liked to have dinner, but how are you doing?" And he goes, "You want to know how I'm doing? You're leaving, and I'm waiting for a guy that can suck his own cock. That's how I'm doing." And then the doors closed. And we both laughed out loud because he said it with, he had no energy up to that moment. And when he said it, it was like a back-to-school moment. Like, you know, "That's how I'm doing." And he yelled it. And that's what the guy could do, apparently. You know, the potato bug of porn actors.
Yeah.
Could curl himself up.
And you've met him.
I met him. He loves comics.
Thinks he's funny. He's the funny one.
He loves comedians. That's the guy you definitely want to fist bump, not shake.
Oh, yeah.
Talk about that big juicy thing you were talking about.
No.
Here's a guy who's very funny, but he's lonely. He needs acceptance. Make him happy, won't you? Bob Saget, how about it? All right, Bobby, here we are now.
Thank you. Guys, you're a wonderful audience. You really are. I'm not just kissing up. I'm really not. I swear. I'm slobbering all over you is what I'm doing because I need you to like me real bad because I have no act and I have no life and I have no future.
Thinking of Richard, thinking of Wayne, obviously, you know, Norm recently, it's like, I remember growing up and asking, I grew up Catholic. I asked the priest, I said, does God have a sense of humor? Because I had like jokes about like, you know, Catholicism and all that. Yeah. Of course, God has a sense of humor. And like, in my mind, I'm like, if God really had a sense of humor, if a comic dies, they should be allowed from wherever they are to have one tweet or something a week that we all have access to. Just waiting like, okay, I can't wait for that weekly tweet. What is it going to be? What's the topic?
I think of that with Norm a great deal because I think he, I really enjoyed listening to him. Yeah. Like just listening.
Did you gig with him quite a bit?
No, I only knew him. I knew him from just hanging out. He was a fun guy to listen to talk.
Right. I did a lot of gigs at the Factory with him. He had that era after SNL and I was there and he was always in his hockey shirt and he's just kind, but one of those people that you popped in the room. You wanted to know what he was going to come up with.
Yeah.
You know?
I heard the funniest story. We can cut this from the podcast, so it'll just be between us. But I heard the funniest story years ago. So right around the time that MySpace, and stories about Norm, you just want to absorb them because they're always so funny. And as funny as he was on shows and stuff, he was just funny like that all the time, evidently, out in the world. Yeah. So he, years ago, when MySpace was a big deal, and you put all your money on it, I remember you sold your house and you put everything.
Do as I do.
Do as I do.
I'm sleeping in the alley tonight outside the theater.
So Conan parked my car when I got here. So MySpace was a big thing, and the first person to really monetize it or figure out a way to use it to benefit their career was the comedian Dane Cook, who's fine. I don't know the guy at all, and he's fine. But he had really kind of made a name for himself by getting followers on MySpace. So I remember Sudeikis told me that he was going up to 30 Rock one day to just rehearse on SNL or something, and he sees Norm downstairs, and Norm says, "Hey, Jason, who's hosting the show this week there?" And Sudeikis goes, "Oh, it's Dane Cook." And Norm goes, "Oh yeah, that guy's a genius." And Sudeikis goes, "Oh yeah?" And he goes, No, a computer genius. That's such a funny joke. That's so funny. He just...
Iron horse of broadcasting.
It's iron. You don't pronounce it iron.
That's what everybody tells me.
It's the iron horse. Like Lou Gehrig was the iron horse of baseball.
Yes.
The word I-R-O-N is iron. No, iron.
Iron.
Right. Not. It should be iron. That's what makes English the world's toughest language.
Yeah.
You know, right? Sure.
It is the
Because
toughest language. To me,
learn.
it's the easiest. Yeah.
And it's cast iron.
It's cast iron.
Iron.
Cast iron grilling grates that are
kidding when you say iron?
You know what? Don't be like fucking Larry King. That motherfucker, I say iron and he's up my asshole for fucking 4 days.
I heard you had Larry King on here.
Cast
Your
iron.
show that's amazing, by the way. No one gets on Larry King. Larry King gets you.
Cast iron grilling grates. Look at that.
Why doesn't that clock work?
Why doesn't that cock work?
My cock works.
Oh, this clock over here.
Your mind is going somewhere, Norm.
No, I thought that's what you said. I was trying to.
What? No, iron horse.
What do you say? Iron.
Iron. You got it right.
Iron. You know, I'll tell you this, Larry. Say what you want about how huge and fat my head has gotten, but forget it.
Try iron.
But here's what I heard Larry King say one time. This woman had lost her child, for some reason, dead, And then Larry King said, "Paul Newman told me you never get over it." like a psychopath question. That's what I heard Larry King say to a guy once. The guy had lost his child. Oh, no. And Larry King goes, Paul Newman told me, you never get over it. It's like some unfeeling psychotic.
I had all my kids on Larry King one time, and I had my little boy Buck. He was about 7 then. I had all.
You mean
all
it was
5
one of those
my
ones where it's a bunch of chairs in there?
All 5 of my kids and.
On set?
Yeah, getting interviewed there, and he asked to talk to everybody, and then he looks at my little boy and he goes, "So who's your mom?"
Well, he said he never researched.
He doesn't do any research.
He goes, my kid goes, "Mom."
What is?
We hate the most.
That's the one thing I fear is dying.
Man, that haunts me.
Because the thought of not existing, it's like, what the new thing they call it is? Dirt nap.
Good God, Larry.
That's what they call it, a dirt nap.
You would not say that on Hulu.
No, I wouldn't say that, but I'd say it here.
Terry, he's sitting in the chair you were sitting in, and I asked him, what do you think about most of the time now? You don't have a show anymore. He goes, death. It's like, good God. I'm trying to do it. Trying to do a little breezy conversation. And then he's like, I don't believe there's anything afterwards either. Just dirt. You're smothered in it. I'm like, all right, easy. And he looks like he's been already dead 10 years. He looks so much older than he does, doesn't he?
We saw him in Hawaii.
Calm your fears about death?
Yeah, please.
Be
serious. Are you being serious?
I'm being completely serious. Because I used to be, as he knows, obsessed with it. And I would ruminate it all night on it. And then I came to a realization that you and death will never intersect. As long as you're here, death is not. As long as death is there, you are not.
Yeah, but since you know it's coming.
Oh, but you don't want that.
And we were like, Jesus Christ, it's like, like a gargoyle. But then the next month or so, remember, I went to do a show, and he looked good. Like, I guess they put makeup on.
Oh, yeah, they get the people that work over at Madame Tussauds. but then he lights up, of course. It's like those performers that, like Rickles, and then he's on stage, and all of a sudden, so that's the great thing, I guess. You want to go...
But knowledge, I have the knowledge. I can't take away the knowledge that it's coming. I don't believe I'm going anywhere.
You don't?
Do not. Do not believe in a higher power looking down on me. Why a bomber in Boston? Because if there is a God, he's omnipotent.
Yes.
If he's omnipotent, he could prevent it.
Yes.
Why didn't he prevent it?
I don't know, man, but you got to stop hanging out in that hot tub with Bill Maher all the time and get it sounds like you got a God-shaped hole in your heart.
What the hell are you talking about?
Here, you read one.
All right. No.
You don't like that
no,
one?
I mean, I like it.
Do you understand that we're on the air? Yeah.
Oh, right. We all know that the Swiss are officially neutral.
Who wrote this? Who wrote this? Who wrote this?
Well, that screwed up my timing.
Who wrote this?
We don't have a name on it.
Do you have writers?
It's anonymous. It's
I
didn't write it. I didn't write that one. We all know the Swiss are officially neutral. Unofficially, however, they're filthy sons of bitches. Now the Swiss think I hate them.
What about this? Go ahead. Read this one.
I can prove God exists if I can just find that damn receipt from our brunch in heaven.
That is so funny. That is so funny. Did you write this?
I didn't write that one. No,
Read that one.
Call me an old softy, but I'd prefer it if you called me a distinguished gentleman with a flagging erection.
Oh.
I don't like that one.
I'll read that one.
Why are you going to make me read all this? Alfred the Great may well be the greatest monarch in the history.
Can you do me a favor? Can you find out what the traffic is like on the Santa Monica going to the Deadpan?
You'll like this one, Super Dave.
Deep
Hey,
throat.
can I tell you something? This is a bad segment. Oh, yeah, it is. You know it is. You know it is. When you come to goodnight, he says goodnight. I really enjoyed doing this show. I had a great time, and I'll see you next week.
That's a good idea.
These
Yeah,
jokes
that's not
are
a bad
so
idea.
they're not even they're so beyond insultingly awful that it's not a segment. Can we start this segment over without the
No,
joke?
it's live.
Yeah, it is
We're
live.
live on podcast?
This is live.
Holy cow.
Listen to this joke because
Well, yeah, I
think
just wanted to say,
this
no,
is
this
right
isn't-
up his alley.
Yeah, this is just in the.
He might not
deep,
remember this guy though.
No, he'll probably remember. Deep throat porn legend Harry
he's
Reeves.
dead.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
died. But how
You
are they
know
going to
who
close
that
that
is?
casket? I mean, because probably because of his erection, I would think.
How are they going to close that casket? That isn't very good, is it?
I didn't write that one.
Plus, a man died.
Yeah, a guy died. I
How are
mean,
they going to do it?
he was a real pioneer.
Make Super Dave laugh.
Super Dave, I just wanted to tell you, Alfred the Great may well be the greatest monarch in the history of England. The worst, Richard the Goat F***er.
I don't think he's gonna laugh. It's like
No,
watching.
I think he's close. Hold on. I think he's close.
It's like watching that golf ball on the edge.
I don't understand. I don't understand any of these. I don't even understand that they're how you could take a segment to end your first show when these ratings are so important. And you've I mean people at home, that guy who wanted to know how to become a comic.
Who, JP?
No, the
guy who wanted to
Oh,
know
from
how
the
to
writer.
become
Yeah, right.
How can you tell him how to become a comic when you're reading that? Yeah. Would you read that at the Comedy Store?
No, I'm ashamed.
I don't think you would you? What's your best
But
joke?
he's not
Do
a-
it right now. We're going to close the show on your
Well,
best joke.
I'm not a comic.
Do
You
it.
are. You've done
Do
stand-up.
it.
You've done stand-up comedy.
No, I didn't write
Do
jokes. I really didn't write jokes.
But you've done stand-up comedy.
What is
Yeah,
your,
that's why I don't do it anymore.
Will you talk to him after the show? Because you've got to
Let's go
get
to-
this. There's
over
got to
a
be. It's
drink.
got to be more fluid when you talk to him. He's got to come back and forth.
I know. That's what I told him before. I said yes. You've got to like say yes.
Yes,
instead
It's
of
yeah.
got to
no.
be like ping pong.
It's always no.
It's like ping pong.
I know, but with him
Right.
it's always no. With him it's like you hit
No, but
the
he can't
guy,
do that.
and then
You
he
gotta-
grabs
you
the
gotta
ping pong ball
participate.
and
What's
he
your
throws it
best
up.
joke?
What's your best
The
joke?
problem is I don't have any jokes. I
Oh,
literally
to
have no
say
jokes.
that again. What is your best joke?
I mean, the punchline is
It's all right.
cunt is in the sink.
It's okay. That's the joke.
That's all I know. That's all I got.
You just wrecked.
The latest
Adam Egan telling a joke.
The latest Archie comic shows gay character Kevin kissing his boyfriend Devin. Another barrier will be broken next month when, in a dream sequence, Jughead will be show fisting Betty Crocker.
God damn, you're illiterate.
It's a show fit. No. Oh, you're right.
Will be
It's
shown.
shown.
Will
Yeah,
be
they
shown.
forgot to write the end there. Listen, whenever someone says, I have a couple irons in the fire, I think, is one of them a job writing blacksmithing metaphor? What? Why are these
I
all
don't know.
fucking...
I don't know.
That's funny.
But we're gonna end.
just screwed
We're gonna.
Astronomers have discovered 3 new planets that have an atmosphere conducive to human life, and they've discovered one that has an atmo conducive to hipster life.
Whatever.
I like that one.
Some of the 200 Nigerian schoolgirls kidnapped by extremists in Nigeria have been forced to marry their kidnappers. And worse than that, they've been forced to laugh at their husbands' stories, even after hearing them for the umpteenth time.
You know something.
Yeah, I know.
It's
but
very
we don't have
hard to make a joke about those girls who
I
are kidnapped.
know.
When I hear about those things, that
It's
is one of the
terrible.
worst. You know,
And yet you got a big laugh.
George Clooney's engaged. The rich and handsome 53-year-old told reporters, "It's time for me to settle down and start officially cheating on a heartsick and disillusioned spouse."
I don't hear any laughter.
Well,
I love George Clooney so much that he can do no wrong. He's just one of the good.
I can do a lot of wrong.
He's just one of the good human beings
he
in the
is,
world.
isn't it?
A good name for a dog is Syndrome. That then when he tries to attack someone, you can yell "Down, Syndrome."
Don't laugh.
It's not.
I apologize.
I mean, it's yeah.
That's like
It was a little insensitive, I guess. In England, a woman was arrested for throwing a birthday party for her 16-year-old son that included marijuana, alcohol, and strippers. Now she's got even bigger problems. What to do for his 17th birthday?
Whatever.
There's going to be a Broadway musical based on the movie Rocky. I don't know if you guys heard about this. In the Broadway musical version of the show, after Rocky climbs the steps of the art museum, he goes inside and spends 2 hours looking at paintings.
I know. God damn.
Goes inside and looks at what? Paintings?
He looks at paintings.
I like
for
that.
2
That's a good
hours.
one.
2 women accused of using sorcery have been beheaded in a remote village in Papua New Guinea. A team of police rushed to the scene but were forced to stand by and watch the victims being decapitated with axes as locals refused to let them come to their aid. Norm, if you ever go to a remote village in Papua New Guinea, at all costs, avoid using sorcery.
I didn't understand any of that.
Maybe you'll have me
Everyone
back.
stopped listening like 3 minutes in.
Mondays aren't actually worse than any other day, according to a group of researchers who've never read a Garfield comic.
Fred?
Workers at a Harvard University library have discovered a book that's bound with human skin.
Ew.
I know,
God
it's disgusting.
almighty.
Anyway, they were able to determine that part of the body the skin came from after the book was grabbed by a sexy librarian and immediately expanded to 3 times its size. 3 times its size. It's like
Maybe if he didn't start
Does that
maybe
mean it was made from a penis?
Yeah.
Oh.
Michelle Obama has booked a cameo on the ABC show Nashville. With this and her appearance on iCarly, I think Michelle is ready to start appearing in films. May I suggest my favorite film series, Black Ass F***ers? It's actually... you don't hear anymore about Bob Costas' infected eye. Who is stonewalling this investigation? I'm thinking about a year I would work on my delivery, but it's just not working out. I think the joke
You don't
is
hear any
that,
more about Bob Costas' infected eye? Who's stonewalling this investigation?
He's a consummate amateur.
Yeah.
You want to do that one?
Yeah. Adam?
One day in the hopefully not too distant future, North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un is going to hear a loud popping sound, the sound of his head coming out of his ass.
That is very kind of you. That was the kindest guest to you so far.
Yeah, by far.
Just in case he's still booking Tempe.
So this week I learned by Adam.
Invited back to the comedy table.
These are always fun. This week I learned, just because I masturbated to that picture of a guy falling to his death on 9/11 doesn't mean I have to share it. This week I learned you can pay your dentist with blowjobs.
Who knew that, right?
What I found out this week.
But you won't feel it because of the Novocaine.
All right, I learned 2 things this week.
Is that easier?
This week I learned that cum tastes like nickels.
Oh.
This week. Is that true?
That cum tastes like nickels?
Yeah. That's funny. Is that what it says?
That's what it says here.
This week I learned how many gallons of sweat my Kmart hat can hold. Jesus Christ.
We'll be back with the ever funny Adam Egan.
Okay, get ready to laugh.
Why is it so different to find pornography about people in stable monogamous relationships?
Why is it so what?
Different?
Different? Difficult. Damn.
Start all over, and the joke still works.
Oh my God.
Earlier this week, Aaron Jackson of Topeka, Kansas, painted his house the colors of the Gay Pride rainbow flag in direct protest of the Westboro Baptist Church. When that didn't seem to work, Jackson fucked 3 of his best buds on his front lawn.
Homophobic.
Yeah. Well, I think it shows
earlier he
solidarity.
was racist, and now he's homophobic.
Well, I think of this. Former Tennessee Titans cheerleader Elizabeth Lee Garner, 42, is accused of pulling a 12-year-old boy's pants off and offering him oral sex. The boy refused her advances not because he was 12, but because he was a die-hard Colts fan.
This is what I have to work with, you know?
Chipotle has canceled its planned sponsorship of the Utah Boy Scout event due to the BSA's ban on gay leaders and scouts. Ironic how an all-male anti-gay organization would want to put hot, thick loads of beef and sour cream in their mouth.
Okay. We get the idea. You hate gay guys.
So I'm a guest on there, and now it's time to introduce the next guest. And she says, okay, this next guy coming out, he's a great actor. He was in Risky Business. He was done all kinds of stuff. I just love him. Ladies and gentlemen, Joe Pantaleone. And he comes out, and as he's walking across the stage toward the desk, she goes, Oh, I know who he is.
He said during Roseanne's
Roseanne had a
talk show.
talk show.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So one time, the guest was Joe Pantoliano, and she didn't know who he was.
You f***ed it up! God damn it! Oh, mother.
You don't even have your own stories. You take other people's stories and f them up.
Know the end is day, nobody's gonna change. You won't ever leave. On my mind again, I'm still not tired of it. Can make you want me. And I might act okay, say things will stay the same. Say I'm all I need.
If you're walking down the sidewalk and there's somebody coming the other way in a wheelchair, do you have a look, or do you so, oh no, I'm going to act normal?
Well, I look at the guy and I hope to God my face isn't making all kinds of twitches.
I like to hedge my bets. I don't want to ignore him, so I'll look at him, but I'll like scowl or something.
Really?
You know?
It's the same joke.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
What was your joke?
You had one joke?
No, it
had
was
one.
so ridiculous. It
What?
was stupid.
What was it?
Oh God, man!
Well, that
it was
bad.
something like don't take a shot from a girl at a bar because it looks ridiculous. It's never good. I think the punchline was is this a Care Bear cum shot or something? It was really ridiculous. I don't remember it. It was so long ago, but that was the gist of it, and that's why I don't do stand up anymore.
He can't even tell his own joke.
I mean, I'm not a good, you know.
Anything.
Yeah, clearly. I mean, it's like.
Well, more bad news for ice cream moguls Ben and Jerry in their continuing battle with the Food and Drug Administration. This week, the FDA banned their newest flavor, stuff from Ben's beard. Meddling bureaucracy wrecking mass. Well, bad news for ice cream moguls Ben and Jerry. This week, the Food and Drug Administration banned their newest flavor, Ben's back hair.
ZZ Top saying that every girl's crazy about a sharp-dressed man, but you know what they're not crazy about? Gross long beards.
It's funny and true.
That one was written for yours. That was
no,
more
no.
your cadence right there.
No.
But you know what they're not crazy about? Gross long beards.
A new study found that men with beards are more attractive. This is a study that took place at the University of... I'll do it another week. It's such a funny joke.
Another week.
A new study found that men with beards are more attractive than men without beards. More great work from the University of Bob Seger. My dad used to call it take a shave. Take a shave. He'd get mad at me.
See, people don't know you the way I know you.
Right.
This guy likes to have a good time.
I like to, I drinks a bit.
That wasn't what I was talking about.
Oh, what were you talking about?
I was just saying you have a good time. It's a real innocent thing to say, and then you get right into the drinking.
Occasionally I like to drink a beer. I don't like. I like regular drinks. I don't like.
As opposed to ether.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
What I was talking about is those shooters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they're shooters and they're like they have dirty names like sex names. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, they're all called like the red-headed whore or something.
Exactly.
It's the one I like. It's actually named after me. But
I guess the idea is in your head you want to order them because you're drunk. You go, hey, they go, hey, you think maybe you'll get a, they go, you want a red-headed whore? Yeah, like that, right? You figure Rula Lenska's going to come in, you're going to have, right? You're going to have some dirty sex. But no, what I was going to say was this.
But you like, I mean, you said you sometimes you have a little too much to drink, maybe?
Well, one time I drank a super amount, and I don't even...
A super amount, right?
It was when I was a young guy. I'd only drunk like 8 or 9 times in my whole life. I never had gotten really drunk, but I had drinks. And I went out with my buddies and I was drinking,
and they were having those crazy drinks. All of a sudden, I was really drunk. And then a guy gave me some pills. Like, he said, hey, you want some pills? And I said, yeah, all right. So I ate the pills. And you're not supposed to eat pills while you drink.
I think even if you're not drinking, it's not a good idea when someone goes, you want a bunch of pills? Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, combining the two.
This guy was a decent guy. He was a bouncer. No. But, so I said, yeah, so these pills, they just make you like 100 times drunker. So then oh, man, I'm really drunk. And then, like, time passed, but I don't remember. And then my friends were like, hey, let's go. I'm like, why don't you guys go? Where are you going to, why go? Right? Like, we're in a bar drinking, right? And, like, it doesn't seem right. You don't want to go home, and watch I Love Lucy or something. So you're like, hey, I just stay here. I'll make new friends, right? So I was, like, real drunk, and everybody was, like, cool. It was like a Western. It had a jukebox, one of those. Guy gives you a whole bottle there, and you go, ah. And then...
That's what you do when you're drinking, You're a pirate? All of a sudden?
And then it was the funnest, man. There was a big fat bearded guy there, and I was hanging with him, real drunk. All of a sudden, right, I'm like, oh, man, I can't remember anything. I remember, like, I sort of falling into a pool table or something like that.
Right.
And then I wake up, right, and it's like I'm in a bed. I look beside, there's the fat bearded guy beside me.
No, really?
Yeah. So I go, oh, Lord God, I had sex with the fat bearded guy, And at the time, like, I never had sex before in my life.
Yeah.
And I always thought, it's probably going to be with a lady. You know what I mean? So then I looked over, and the weird thing was, instead of us being in the same bed, he's in a separate bed, right? Like, we have two separate beds.
It's like twin beds.
Twin beds. So then I'm like, wait a minute, now this is weird, because, why would we be in separate beds? Is he like an old-fashioned gay guy, And then, right? But
he has the good values, yeah.
So
we're not married yet.
There's no such thing, of course, as an old-fashioned gay guy. They're the most decadent people. So I said, with sex, they enjoy sex like crazy,
We mustn't generalize.
No, we mustn't generalize.
No, but go ahead.
Seriously, if there was a bathhouse for straight guys, we wouldn't be able to have sex 9, 10 times a night anyway. So anyways, I'm with, they love sex, it's a good thing. But I'm beside the fat bearded guy. I go, holy Lord. Anyways, it turns out, not a gay man at all. Turns out this guy, when I blacked out, had checked me into a rehab.
No.
Yeah.
And she's in there with you?
Yeah, so I got robes and a slipper, and they wouldn't give me my clothes back. And I had to stay in there for 3 days. And they're like, you're an alcoholic. I go, no, I'm not. And then apparently that's what alcoholics say, too, So then, for 3 days, I had to stay there. I had to go to AA meetings, and I'd only been drunk like 9 times, right? So they're like, what's your worst one? I go, I guess the 9th one was bad,
Right.
That was, and when did you hit bottom? I said, I don't know. The cool part of it was, the girls all get up, right? And all their stories are all the same. Whenever they hit bottom, every story is the same. They're like, oh, when I hit bottom, I a guy for a drink, and you're like, oh. Every guy. Yeah.
Couldn't we just take them out of the studio for the Norm part and then bring them back? Get a salad guard up, something?
So anyways.
All right, well, that's a nice story.
No, but it's a serious illness, Alcoholism. It's an illness. It's an illness,
Yeah.
It's a good illness because there's not a lot of illnesses you get to be drunk all the time.
Yeah, I know. That's a corker.
Told me that we should go our separate ways, but
You're not very funny. I didn't hear what he said.
what you said. I'm sorry. What did you say, sir?
You're not very funny.
Who? What's up? What do I give a fuck? No, you're... Now you're saying I'm not very funny,
You
right?
got my money. You got my money. That's okay.
How much money? How much money I got that's yours? No, honestly, I don't care. How much?
Well, a couple bucks.
Are you alone or you just by yourself?
I'm alone when I'm with someone.
So-
PM.
He's not alone, unfortunately.
No, but so what was the idea? Let me, so here's the thing. So you go, I'm gonna pay money. Go see this dude, right? I think it's probably costs a lot of money, right? So, no, that would be an awful thing. That would be an awful thing. That would be a terrible thing to do. No, I just want them to understand what exactly happened. So, but anyways, you at some point in your life you thought I was funny. I assume, because I don't got no fucking banjo or shit. So at some point in your life you thought I was funny, right?
Weekend update, baby.
Weekend update. That's nice, thank you. So then, have you ever seen me do anything since Weekend Update? Pardon me?
YouTube morbid ones.
I'm sorry, what?
YouTube morbid bits.
I did what?
There's a lot of YouTube morbid bits.
YouTube morbid bits? Oh, morbid. I see. And so then, did you like those?
No.
You didn't like those? Because I did one album that was specifically about death. Is that what you mean?
Yes.
So they were clips, but you didn't like those. So then you said, I'll come here to this show.
You said that you were better. You weren't doing the morbid stuff anymore.
Yeah, I'm not doing the morbid stuff anymore. Did I do anything more? First of all, I never said I was better. I never used to. But have I done anything morbid, do you think?
No, Norm, I love you, baby. That's why I'm here. So shut up.
Why you tell him shut up? You should say I love me. Well, that's nice. Thanks, man. That's cool that you love me. Because it's cool to love someone even if you don't think they're fine. You know, you should love someone even if they disappoint you. No, I'm not going to check them out. Why would I do that? Yeah. So you know, it's nice of you to love me, even though I've disappointed you. I'm sorry I disappointed you. Because seriously, I never tried. You know. I'll try to do that. But that was nice that you said that you love me on the Weekend Update. And it was so sweet that you said you love me. So, I love you too, bro. Oh, man, alive. We got through that all right. got paid a lot of money, and they's like, what the fuck is all this shit? Morbid shit. I didn't know it feels that morbid.
Love you, Norm. You rock, Norm.
Where's Adam?
But let's go morbid then.
Well, thank you very much. I'm very excited to be here, and I was asked to host the ESPYs this year. Yeah, hi, that's my name, Espen. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. You're very kind. What's that? Oh, yeah, no. No, you're absolutely right. That is my name.
What's that? Guy yells my name for no reason.
I got to work on the Norm show. His kind of short-lived sitcom. I think it was only on for 2 seasons, maybe. And it was him, Max Wright, the dad from Alf, Laurie Metcalf, awesomely, and Artie Lang. It was maybe the most dysfunctional cast I've ever been lucky enough to work with. Laurie hated being there, even though she's a genius actor and a genius sitcom actor, but she hated it. She hated the cameras, she hated the audience, she hated everything. She just wanted to move back to Chicago and do theater with her daughter at the Steppenwolf. Max Wright is a crazy town. He's the guy that would miss table reads, and he would just be like in New Hampshire in a ditch, like his car driven off the side of the road with a lap full of empty champagne bottles. And then he was famously on the cover of National Enquirer, one of those rags, hidden cameras, doing crack with gay homeless guys. Awesome stuff.
Ditches, they're not. Ditches used to be a happening spot, basically up until maybe the 1970s, I want to say. Things were going on in ditches, but now, it's, it's trash or nothing.
Yeah, it's all, these days, it's all ravines. It's mostly a ravine kind of situation now.
Back in my day, we had a ditch and we were happy about it.
Yeah. Luxury. We used to dream about being in a ditch. So on the night of the show, because Norm didn't really rehearse that hard. Laurie Metcalf, on the other hand, because she is a consummate professional actor, she really rehearsed. She took notes, and every rehearsal throughout the sitcom week, she was trying things out and really digging in and experimenting and exploring. And everybody else is like comics and lazy, and you I'll be funny on the night. And Norm didn't really rehearse that much. And before the show, this is the first time I'd ever seen a sitcom do this. And we were shooting at Warner Brothers. And also, if the police are on their way, Spencer, make sure that you warn a brother.
How often does that come up? I mean, that's great, but how often can you fit that into?
I saw a dude with that shirt with the WB logo, the WB, and it said, "If the police come in, Warner Brother." It's a great shirt. Awesome. We met in the green room where normally it's reserved for the network exec mucky mucks to watch the show and pass judgment from on high. The whole cast met up there, and guest stars like myself. I was just a guest star on it. And to do a speed read before the show, which I'd never seen before, like to really just speed read the entire episode. And I got the impression that it was basically for Norm. That is this story ringing a bell to either of you? Did I just tell this story on the show?
Not just, but yeah. Then you said, like, weren't you talking to Artie Lang about how he how he just gets blasted and gets like? To me it sounded like I imagined like a moving dolly, and he was just like on the dolly, and he just like rolled him in.
No,
I don't know.
He was gone for like an hour and a half. The audience was loaded in, so I know I'm repeating myself now. But we were all worried about it, Norm. I'm like, does this happen a lot? And Artie offered me a cigar. I'm like, I don't smoke, but can I take one for a friend? He's like, yeah. He gave me this nice like Nat Sherman cigar. And or like little cigarillo kind of thing. And if you can imagine, I knew Artie a little bit, but Artie was like, he seemed like the level one, like the level-headed guy in the cast, comparatively to everybody else in this weird-ass group of people. And Norm came in, he had done a bunch of Xanax, and then when the taping started, he was perfect. He was absolutely perfect. There's a good story Sam Simon told me, because Sam Simon was executive producer on that show. And Norm, as funny as he is, one of the greatest comics of all time, and certainly a comics comic, and he will certainly be missed by everybody. He's goddamn, he's funny. Norm's not a great dramatic actor, apparently, and there was a scene when he fucks up like his love interest in the show, and I'm blanking on the actress's name, but he steps in it. He does something stupid, and she's like, you know what? I don't ever want to talk to you again. Like this is over. I was like, you know, fuck you. This is the end. And she slams the door and walks out and slams the door behind her. And that's the end of the scene. And I think that was a commercial break. And Norm in the script is supposed to look very sad. So she would do the line in rehearsal, and she would go, I never want to talk to you again. Slam. And then Norm would just stand there. And just waiting for someone to yell cut. And Sam would go, okay, so Sam geniusly found a way to make Norm act sad. Sam took his watch off and took his wristwatch off and placed it on the floor about 5 feet to the right of Norm. So when the actress, he goes, Norm, when she leaves, watch her walk out, slam the door, take a beat, and then look at my watch. So that's how they did it. Like teaching a dog to act.
But that's another.
And then he just went, and it worked. Fucking genius.
But that's part of what's so crazy is because it simultaneously felt like it was so well put together, so rehearsed, but also so natural. Like he didn't even know what he was saying was funny, you know, like he doesn't even get the joke. But it was always simultaneously. You could never pin him down. And, you know, I don't know, you know, I think he seems, especially now that he's gone, you know, he definitely seems like a hard guy to pin down. I don't know.
Dirty Work. To my listeners, I challenge you guys to go watch the movie Dirty Work. Dirty Work is pound for pound, one of the funniest movies you will ever fucking see. When I tell you, Norm, listen, when I tell you the humor in Dirty Work was so amazing to me. This world of comedy, this like the not over the top, the conversation side of comedy, where it's about the words, it's about what we're saying. Dirty Work perfected that. Dirty Work,
you're wonderful, man.
Perfected
that. You want to be in the sequel? We're making it.
Oh my God! I do a cameo all day. Okay. I do a fucking cameo all day, man. I'm gonna give you the funniest scene for you. One of the funniest moments in Dirty Work. So in Dirty Work, there's a scene where they're about to have like the fight. It's like the bar fight.
Right.
And he's at the jukebox. He's like, oh, we got to put on some bar fighting music.
That's the beautiful Chris Farley.
And he puts on If You Like Pina Coladas. and then they start the fight. It's just not the right choice of music for a fight. Clearly the comedy choice there. But when I tell you, there's so many moments like that. There's so many moments that in that movie.
That's the greatness of Norm Macdonald. It's like I guess you'd look at it like the old Jack Benny movies. There's something where someone just stands there and shit goes on all around him, and he goes, "Hey, what's wrong with that dude?" You know, or "Hey, homeless guy, here's your $2." You know,
yes, he addresses it.
He talks at people with the title of what they would be. You know, good evening, ladies of the evening. You know,
yes, yes, he's fucking brilliant, man. How did Dirty Works come about?
Dirty Work was a script that Norm wrote with Frank Sebastiano, who wrote the original draft, and Fred Wolf.
He was a co-writer. My buddy Frank and Fred. Frank Sebastiano and Fred Wolf.
Ah, good. Yeah.
I always say to Fred Wolf, he lives in Hollywood, and I say to him, you must be pretty comfortable out there in Hollywood, Fred Wolf, because there's a lot of wolves out there. You know, a Hollywood wolf?
Yeah, oh sure, yeah.
Skirt chaser.
A skirt chaser, that's right. And you know what?
I'm the first comedian Norm ever saw in Ottawa, Canada when he was 17 and I was 22.
Wow.
Bob was the first comedian that I ever saw perform when I was a boy, live, and I loved him.
I still don't know how he's younger than me, but that's the story. He's sticking to it. And
he's sticking to it. He's not letting it go.
No, I think he is younger. And so, I don't know, we had a closeness. You know, we just had a thing. And he thought I was the right guy to direct it.
You know who directed the movie? Of course you know. You were in the film. Bob TV blooper, Bob Saget. Bob TV blooper Saget.
Yeah, he directed it.
Yeah. Now, can he direct?
No, not at all.
Was it just a lot of people getting hit with a rake and stuff? Just bang! A lot of people falling down at weddings and that kind of thing?
It was very comfortable with him as a director, though, because, like, he would give me, like, acting notes. He'd go, I think you should do it this way. And then I'd go, I've seen you on that Full House. What are you talking about?
So you hired him to direct the movie so you'd have somebody to push around? Is that what it is?
No, he actually is very, very funny.
Yeah, he's a nice...
The weekend it opened was the last 2 days that Michael Jordan played for the Bulls.
Oh my God.
That was like, okay, that's our audience, the 16-year-old kids that watch Norm on Saturday Night Live. But since then, I mean, the praise you just gave it is beautiful, man. And I'm gonna hate for the cameo. I'll come to your house to film it.
Listen, I'm dead ass. I mean it when I say truly one of my favorite movies of all time, man.
New songs on the radio sounding fake. Prince and Genesis for better anyway.
So if I had to say 5, I hate lists and stuff. I'll say 3 and then leave 2 spots open. But I would say Brian Regan, he's my favorite comedian alive. Kevin Hart, I would say Colin Quinn. And then I'd leave 2 spots open. Hey, Norm MacDonald here in the Seattle at the Moore Theater. Everybody always wants to know what it's like backstage. It's sometimes better than this. Now, apparently I have a Seattle fan club. And I didn't know, I knew nothing of this, but they've sent me stuff, so I thought I would open it up live so that you see it the very time I see it. Oh, it seems to be a long letter. Oh, as the founder of the Seattle chapter of the Norm MacDonald Fan Club, and then if I find something else, we'll put it up. A picture of a lady So Norm from, I don't know.
I got to meet Norm, and I also got to prove my fucking fanhood to him, and I made him happy. So it's really special, and I have it on camera. But my final photo on Tinder is a photo of Norm actually holding my headshot that I signed and left for Norm, a screenshot that he posted on his own Instagram story. So Norm never posted Instagram stories. And what happened is this. So I flew to LA one time, literally leaving letters at every comedy club I knew Norm frequented about my fan club and with little gifts. He never got them because when he made it to the Moore Theater, which I pulled every string I have in Seattle to get this damn gift for him in there, I designed a shirt for him and a shirt for his mom, a picture of them together with their favorite foods, a fudgesicle and a banana. It's really cute. And just to jump ahead, his mom actually wore the shirt in all the videos after that they ever made together.
Oh. Why did God make only one Yogi Bear?
Because when he tried to make the second one, he made a boo-boo.
Oprah Winfrey broke down and cried this week, saying she had once smoked crack cocaine. You know, I don't know what she's crying about. I mean, you know, some people in this world never get to smoke crack cocaine. It's ridiculous. Huh? Earlier tonight, the New York Yankees defeated the Atlanta Braves and won the World Series. As a result, Atlanta Mayor Bill Campbell will send a bushel of delicious Georgia peaches to New York Mayor Rudolph Giuliani. Had the Braves won, Mayor Giuliani would have sent Mayor Campbell a bushel of delicious New York crack. Earlier this week, the Food and Drug Administration gave approval to Nicorette chewing gum, an over-the-counter aid for those trying to quit smoking. Next, the agency will rule on another addiction-fighting product. The title of that one is, I Can't Believe It's Not Crack. According to new medical research, crack babies are as happy and healthy as normal children. You know, that's amazing, you know, because I thought they'd be much happier with all that crack in their system, you know. It's crazy. And in the state of Washington, deaths from heroin hit record levels during 1995. Sorry, crack, it just wasn't your year. And finally, the Diamond Council of America advises that men spend 2 months' salary on an engagement ring, while the American Housing Company suggests that you spend 25% of your salary on rent. Interestingly, the U.S. Crack Association recommends that you spend all your salary on crack. At a press conference this week, Washington Mayor Marion Barry said he wants private businesses to provide 5,000 summer jobs for a district youth program. He also wants some crack. Washington, D.C. Mayor Marion Barry is currently enjoying a 10-day trip to Africa. He says he loves everything about the continent, but he really misses crack. Meanwhile, Washington, D.C. Mayor Marion Barry attended the march and called it a beautiful display of unity and solidarity among African Americans. His only complaint, the complete absence of crack. In Washington, Mayor Marion Barry praised the verdict as, quote, wise and just. And he called upon people of all races to please get him some crack. Washington, D.C. Mayor Marion Barry has prostate cancer, but the disease was detected early, and he expects a full recovery. Doctors say in no time, Barry will be up and around and smoking crack again. In the current climate of gun violence, the NBA's Washington Bullets have decided to change the name of their franchise. When several D.C. politicians were asked for their suggestions, President Bill Clinton said the Presidents would be a good name. Senator Bob Dole said the Senators. And Mayor Marion Barry said, I'll be with you in a minute right after I smoke some crack. Well, Washington, D.C. Mayor Marion Barry says he has devised a money-saving plan that would close the district's Lorton prison and transfer its 7,000 inmates to private lockups. One hitch is that the financially strapped district doesn't have the startup money to implement the plan. Another hitch is that the guy who devised the plan smokes crack. So, 2 hitches. Washington, D.C. Mayor Marion Barry is in hot water again, this time for bringing 54 government employees with him on a trip to a posh West Virginia resort. According to Barry, quote, that's how many guys it takes to keep me from smoking crack. In Washington, D.C., several local activists are trying to gather enough signatures by December to put a medical marijuana initiative on the ballot. Meanwhile, one local activist is trying to do the same thing for medical crack. A new survey by the Washington Post reports that D.C. Mayor Marion Barry's popularity among city residents has dropped to its lowest point in 5 years. However, Mayor Barry insists he has no interest in polls, or for that matter, anything else that isn't crack. Yes. Really has no interest in it. How good are polls going to do it? Last Friday in Washington, D.C., the city's elementary school students pledged to stay drug-free as a gift to their moms on Mother's Day. Meanwhile, D.C. Mayor Marion Barry got his mom a great big box of chocolates.
You were talking about going to the in the last segment. I understand you actually had to visit yourself.
Yeah,
the hospital.
I went, what happened was on the show, on the Saturday Night Live show.
Yeah, that show. Yeah, I know that show.
I was on that, and Dennis Rodman was a guest.
Dennis Rodman, right.
And so we thought it'd be funny if he headbutted me, you know? Mm-hmm. So he headbutted me, but he did it really hard, you know?
Do we have a, I think actually someone supplied the clip. This is your...
Look, Dennis, I've had about enough of this. Now listen, if you plan to be here next fall doing book reviews, I expect to see a major attitude adjustment. You know, and while you're at it, a more conventional hairstyle and some clothes, for God's sakes. You're going to have to learn that there is such a thing as rules, Dennis Rodman. Rules. Do you understand that?
Sure. I understand.
Well, good.
That's the way it is. Good night and have a good weekend.
I went to the hospital. I went to St. I don't want to say the hospital, but I went to this hospital and to emergency, you know, and they're all like, they're the craziest guys in emergency, all like crack. Everybody's on crack, you know? Every emergency is a guy on crack.
Yeah.
So I went in and they go like, hey, how much crack did you have, you know? And I go, I'm not on crack. And they go, what happened? I go, Dennis Rodman headbutted me.
Straight to the heart. I went a long time acting like I was a broken apart by you.
But it was Christmas in New York, you know, and I was alone. So anyways, there was a diner that I always go to near my house. It's a really nice diner. And so I went there, and there was this homeless bum there, you know.
Just say a homeless guy. It's not politically correct to say bum. Why can't you say homeless bum?
No, I thought they didn't like to be called bums.
Yeah, right. A homeless guy, yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway, so, okay.
I'm not going to let you get to this story. I'm just going to keep giving you a hard time about bums. You meet a bum, a hobo, a tramp.
A tramp, yeah.
He had a little stick with a thing on it. He was from the 1930s. Yeah, okay. And so he says to me, he says, can I get some money off you? And I don't like giving the homeless bums money. I'll tell you why. Because I figure they'll do the crack. Right? They'll do the crack. Yeah, okay. My mom says never give homeless bums money because they'll go do the crack.
Company, take a look.
I'm Dina Eastwood, and I live in Carmel, California. Morgan is my 15-year-old daughter.
God bless America. Give me that.
I have a stepdaughter named Francesca Ruth. Are you nude? Yeah. And I have a great, supportive, artistic husband. I'm married to Clint Eastwood.
Six Oscars, $1 billion at the box office, and I'm in a goddamn reality show.
We're meeting tonight for dinner, and but ew, it's a diarrhea. Get away!
My wife, real class act. And yes, that was diarrhea.
Tyler Shields is extremely headstrong. I think that's part of the reason he's so appealing to Francesca is that he's such a man.
I'm so in love with him. I've never felt this way before, ever.
Punk. I'm talking to you, Punk. Hey, Punk. I have to ask you to turn that camera off for a while. Seriously.
Another endless day, nobody's gonna change. You won't ever leave. On my mind again, I'm still not tired of it. Can make you want me. And I might act okay, say things will stay the same. Say I'm all.
Well, maybe you'll tell us about your best misdemeanor arrest then.
I've never made a misdemeanor arrest either.
Then what the hell gives you the right to become an inspector when there's men have been out there on the street for 10 or 15 years?
Is that right on Rikers Island? They banned like 2 months ago. They banned pornography, any porno magazines from the prison. You know, because I don't know why they did it, but now I just read the headline.
Sure, you don't need to know that part, right? Who cares about that part, right?
But now they had to bring it back this week, so they had a compromise. They're allowing one porno magazine.
Only one?
Only one.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the porno magazine that they're putting in is Hairy Guy's Ass Illustrated.
Really? Yeah. Well, if you're going to only allow one, I would think that's the one, you know, probably.
It's a good magazine, though.
It is a good, you know...
It's not all just pictures of hairy guys' ass.
The articles are good, actually. Yeah. Good articles on if you're buying a home, what home to buy, good areas to look.
Good stereo advice. That's what I read it.
Yeah. Killer crossword puzzle. It's just a good publication. All right.
See, I just read it for hairy guys' asses.
Well, see, that's you, Andy. Just people are all different.
He was telling me before the show last week he went to the hairy guy's ass mansion.
Great. Why didn't you? Andy has all the fun. He gets to all the big celebrity parties.
Right. Him and Jimmy Kahn. Andy's a fantastic guy.
I'm curious about something.
And when I say, you know, I used to make jokes at 12:30 about him being gay, that's absolutely ridiculous. But when we were starting out, I will tell you one story about Andy. This is what happened.
I'm scared.
I was working at Art's
the deli and coffee shop.
Deli and coffee shop, bussing tables. So Andy comes up to me and he goes, "Hey man, I got a way to make some money." I said, "What is your way?" He goes, "I'm going to become a male prostitute." Now I said, "Andy, you're not gay. It doesn't make any sense." He goes, "But a guy has to make a dollar." So I said, "All right, do what you want." You know? So he comes to me the next day and he says, "Hey, I'm buying breakfast." I says, "Why is that?" He says, "I made $450.05 last night." Wow. I said, "What on earth?" He goes, "Yeah, did some tricks there, you know, they call it." And,
So I said to him, you know, I eat steak and eggs. I eat, you know, expensive. He says, that's all right. I made $450.05. And I said, well, who on earth gave you 5 cents? He said, every one of them.
Good God, you're a horse's ass.
I was concerned. That's simple arithmetic. That's 9,001 dudes.
We'll take a break.
You don't care anymore. I do like that he picked Kemp. I like Kemp. Oh, yeah? He had a strange thing. Did you hear that quote he said? He said he's closer to minorities than the other candidates because he says he showered with a lot of black guys. Did you hear that? What? He says because he used to be on the Buffalo Bills. That's right. He was a football player. Is that true? He said that? Yeah, he said that the other day. He said he has a closer feel for the minorities because he showered with so many black guys. Mm-hmm. But, you know, I don't know if that's, well, how you want to pick your presidents, right? Showered with a lot of black guys? I don't know. I mean... You're picking Dole because he can do an impression. Yeah, you know, your reasons aren't much better. If I was going to pick a guy just because he showered with a lot of black guys, I'd pick Andy or something like that, you know? You know? People don't have to know that. No, he used to play ball. He used to play college ball. Sure, he was, yeah. In every branch of the armed forces. Start with my jokes. I just want to say, like, I said a thing on last show about Andy enjoying gay porn. Right, I remember you saying that. Yeah. And I thought later, that was just a stupid thing to do. Well, I guess it was all forgotten until you just brought it up. So, he doesn't like gay porn, you know? He doesn't like gay porn. So anyway. I can't stand gay porn. Right. Gay porn, no thanks. So if you're getting me a birthday present, no gay porn. I'm glad it's, you know, that's great because it really cleared the air. Yeah. I understand you, Lent, you take Lent pretty seriously, the Catholic holiday of Lent. Is that the case? Well, you have to give up stuff on Lent. So every year on Lent, I give up stuff. And I made up a list, you know? Oh, really? Of stuff that I gave up. So I have it here in my pocket. Can I read it? I would love to hear what Norm gave up for Lent. Yeah, why not? I don't have it in my pocket. You don't have it? Oh, here it is. It's in this pocket. Okay. Yes, this is a list of things that I gave up for Lent. Okay, you ready? I gave up powerlifting. All right, out. Yeah, I didn't want to do that anymore. And then I gave up lifting of any kind. Okay, that's good. And then I gave up dressing up like an incubus. Now that people know what it is, you know. Not going to do that. No. And then I gave up. This isn't a good one. I gave up feeding my cat. You got to break that habit. Yeah, that's not good. Lent's a good time to do that. So that's. Oh, and then I gave up spending thousands of dollars trying to methodically seduce Andy's wife. No more of that, huh? All right, that's very nice. Good for you. What a relief. Plus, it gets in the idea that Andy has a wife. Andy has a wife. Oh, he does, I know. I have a wife. I know. And no, he has a great wife. I don't like it. No, he has an excellent wife. Don't like it. Well, okay. What we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break, and then we're all going to confer with our lawyers. And then we're going to come back, and we'll have more with Norm MacDonald in just a second. All right, we're back, everybody. Stop comparing notes on gay porn, all right? No. We were actually talking about the Sports Illustrated, the swimsuit issue. Oh, yeah. You guys like that issue. No, I love it. Andy said it's his least favorite Sports Illustrated. Oh, shut up. He says he can't. Never mind. I'm going to say something. Andy, you don't. It's like quicksand. If you struggle, it gets worse. I know. You just got to sit very still, and it'll go away. Your hero? Norman Fell from Three's Company. That's your hero? Yeah. Mr. Roper. Yeah. Oh, Mr. Roper? Yeah. That's not a good hero. That's all I got. Better than this guy's hero is some gay porn actor. But anyway.
What are you talking about? What?
Insane. No.
What are you saying?
Let me tell you something about gay porn. Seriously.
It's fine.
That was a long one. Okay. No, I'll tell you something about gay porn. Seriously.
Okay.
That doesn't mean a guy's gay. I'm not saying that. Because a guy watches gay porn all the time.
Cut to a single. Just of Norm, really?
Gay porn. I enjoy gay porn. I'm not gay. Gay porn is a genre that just cuts across all demographics. You know? Young people, old people, straight people, the gay people enjoy it. Everybody likes gay porn. But this guy really likes it. No, I don't know.
I thought I heard patriotic music playing behind that speech.
No, that's not what I meant to say. I meant to talk about Bob Dole. This guy's my hero.
First ruined my reputation, you know.
I'll
Just
tell you
in
something.
passing.
This guy is not gay. If anybody's not gay, it's this guy.
Oh, I'm so...
Seriously.
I am so totally straight. Oh, yeah.
No, you are.
I love the ladies.
No, he does. No, he likes girls. He likes girls.
Does this happen every time you try and talk about Bob Dole? You start talking about gay porn.
I know, I don't know what that was. But listen, the Bob Dole, I love this guy. He's my hero. He's always been my hero for like the last 18 years since I was very young. And I always liked Bob Dole. And so it was an honor to... Now it sounds weird because I was talking about gay porn. But
I'm questioning your ability to continue. It's hot.
I was talking to Andy before the show, and apparently I made a mistake one time in the show where I intimated that maybe Andy was into gay porno. You remember that?
I didn't, but now I do, yeah.
Which he is not into, and I never meant to intimate that he was gay in any way.
Right.
Just that he had an obsession with watching gay porno.
Okay. There is a difference.
Everybody loves gay porno.
Right, exactly. Right. Yeah. What's not to like?
So anyway, so I said I'm sorry. He said, you know, I said I'm sorry about that.
Right.
And I said I would never mention again his alleged obsession with gay porno.
Right.
And I won't. But anyway.
We're gonna run that on a loop. Play it over and over again.
Yeah, he's got a wife.
Yeah, I know. What are you talking about? I know that.
Have you ever met her?
Yes.
Okay, good.
What are you talking about? She does exist.
She exists. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to tell the people. I don't want them to think that Andy's into gay. And there's nothing wrong with being gay. Unless you're not gay, and then there's something horribly wrong with it.
That's when it goes awry?
Yeah, that's when it's the worst thing you could be is gay when you're not gay.
Right.
Andy on this show, man.
Oh, yeah.
He's got to leave, huh? How bad is that, huh?
Yeah.
He should stay. You want him to stay. You should stay.
Good move.
You should stay.
Get him booing. Yeah, you killed everyone's joy tonight.
No, I swear to God, though, when you sit on a couch for the living, you should think about not giving that up. That's a great job. You sit on a couch, and you sit on a chair.
It got to be too much, though. I'm looking to lay down. Gotta tone it down a bit.
No, but you're a great man, and I'm gonna miss you on the show, man. You're a great man, isn't he?
Thank you.
Great.
Maybe he'll change his mind.
Maybe.
I keep asking him.
Yeah.
He's like, nope.
Maybe if the internet they start like writing "Save Andy," you know what I mean? It's not save him because he's leaving.
His choice.
Scott, you're Irish.
Yes.
What are you?
Swedish German.
Swedish German? Are you really?
Yeah, really. Why would I lie about that? It's not funny.
It's very odd because
it's a very strange lie. I put one over on those people. Yeah.
Swedish German.
No, I'll tell you why it's funny, man, because I was in Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah.
I met a good old boy down there, and he said, he said, you know Andy Richter?
Yeah? Yeah, he did?
Yeah.
You met a guy in Georgia, and he said, you know Andy Richter?
Oh, yeah, you guys do well there.
Oh.
And he said, I said, yeah. He said, have you ever heard an Andy Richter joke? I said, no. He said, well, most of it's based on him being Swedish German. And then he
told me an Andy Richter joke. And
Really?
But I didn't know he was Swedish German. I thought it was all nonsense.
Yeah, well, now this lines up perfectly. Let me ask you something, because it sort of relates to the first...
Wait, don't you want to hear the joke?
No. Oh, you're down to 6. You're down to 6. All right, this joke will get you back up.
You can get him back.
Let's hear the joke.
Well, the fella says, he says, man, he says, you ever heard a time about the old prospector? That's how he tells you,
Yeah.
He says, man, there was an old prospector, and he was prospecting for gold, and he was having a hell of a time getting any gold. It was an empty stake, I believe. And he said he'd come into town one day. He'd been in the mine for a good 8 months. He said, by God, he said, I'm only flesh and blood. Sure. Yeah. And I need a woman, you know. And so he goes into town. He goes up to the bartender. He says, bartender, he says, man, I've been in that mine for a hell of a long time, and I'm only flesh and blood. I need a woman. Well, the bartender says, hell, there ain't no women in this town. If you want to do any of that business, all we got is Andy Richter, the Swedish German. The prospector, he says, no, he says, hell, I ain't into that funny stuff, you know. He says, I'll be fine. So he goes back to his state, you know, and he's back in that mine, man, and 6 months passes, and a year passes, and Conan, you know, people are weak. Man is made of flesh and pride, as the scriptures tell us, and by God, that old prospector finally broke to his knees, and he said, I'm no worse than he went back to the bar. He was a beaten man. He says to the bartender, he says, hell, man, I've been in that place 2.5 years. A man has needs, and if you say there's no women in this here town, he says, well, I'll have to go for Andy Richter, the Swedish German. But he says, listen now, he says, man, I'm a tough old hombre, you know, and I got friends now. He says, I don't want anybody to know about this. You know, this is back in the old days.
Sure, yeah.
He says,
I can tell by the accent, yeah.
He says, I got my cowpoke friends and so forth. I'd hate to hell anybody know about this. You know, this got to be all secret. Nobody. I say, nobody can know about this. Bartender says, well, 4 people will know about it. How do you figure that? He says, well, he says, I'll know about it. He says, you'll know about it. Andy Richter, the Swedish German, will know about it. And the feller that has to hold down Andy will know about it. Why? Why? Because Andy Richter, the Swedish German, he don't go for that funny business neither.
Well, at least you left me my dignity.
Yeah.
I like the way that story ended.
Yeah, because you weren't gay.
Right. Well, but that's not beside the point.
You were raped.
No, it's more. It's more that I wasn't prostituting myself. That's what I was getting.
You're such a horrible man.
I got cable, but it's still valuable airtime.
I don't know about that.
You know, in Georgia, they say there's a whole subgenre of Andy, the Swedish German joke. That's what the guy told me.
Well, you know what? I asked you, how are you? Yeah? And you went into, I believe, a 48-minute joke.
Oh,
which
I'm sorry.
was fantastic, but now we have to take a commercial break.
Are you kidding me?
What? Yes! I'm about to grow my beard back if I don't...
I'm here at NORM MACDONALD, and you often speak of your native Canada.
Yeah, I love Canada.
You mention it a lot.
Yeah, a couple of people.
3 to be exact.
Yeah, they like it.
That's important. Where are you from? Are you from a big city? Where are you from?
I'm from a little town. It's called Monkland, and it's only 108 people.
108? That's small.
It's country, you know. It's really rural. And but man, I'll tell you, there's lots of funny stories from there.
Well, I'm sorry we don't have time. Thank you very much for coming, Norm. It was good having you here. It was Norm MACDONALD. Good night, everybody.
Because farm people, you know.
There are funny stories from this town.
Yeah, because farm people, they all seem to be, you know, there always seems to be a funny story. I remember one time.
There better be, Norm.
There was a guy, man, he lived down the road. His name was John Neil Mergerison. And this guy, I went to him once. I'd been away for a couple of years, you know. I moved to the city, you know, and I came back. And I said, John Neal, how you doing? You know, I went to his what do you call, farm? And,
yeah, that thing, yeah.
So he's showing me his pigs. He had a bunch of pigs there, you know. He had a bunch of pigs, a bunch of them, and one of the pigs had a wooden leg, you know.
What?
Oh, yeah, a wooden leg. So I thought that was odd, you know. So I says to him, I says, John Neal, that's odd there. What's that pig? What's the story with that pig? So John Neal, he goes, oh, man, Norm, he says, that's a special pig. He goes, you wouldn't believe that pig. I go, yeah? Well, tell me about it. He goes, that pig, you wouldn't believe it. He says, last winter, you know, he goes, the house burned down. You know, you probably heard, the house burned down. And he says, me and the wife, we were sleeping in our bed, and he says, we never would have heard. We never would have heard. We never would have woken up. But he goes, that pig, he broke out of his pen, he ran all the way to the house, and he went up to the bedroom window, you know, and he says he starts hitting his little snout on a window, you know, and he says, me and the wife, we woke up. And we got out, man, just in time. We escaped that inferno. He didn't use the word inferno. He's just a farmer.
But you threw that in there.
Yeah, he said, we escaped that conflagration, you know. So I go, man, that's quite a story about the pig. He goes, oh, man, it doesn't stop there. I go, really? And he goes, yeah. And he goes, just later after that, like the following summer, me and the wife were plowing in North 40, and our little boy, only 2 years old, man, fell into the well, and all alone, you know, and we no way we could do anything. We were plowing, and he says we didn't hear, you know, and he says, man, you know, we're getting older. We're probably not going to have another kid. You know, that kid means everything to us. I go, I know, John Neal, I know that. You don't have to tell me that. So I said, what happens? He goes, that very same pig. He says, he heard the child's wailing plaintive cry. He didn't say plaintiff, you know, he's a farmer. But he says he heard the child. He broke out of his pen. He ran all the way to the well. He looked down. There was the poor son of ours there, Billy, you know, down at the bottom of the well. He says the pig, he took his snout there. He started pulling up on a rope. And the kid got right out, you know, and man, that's great, isn't it? And I go, man, that's the greatest story I ever heard. Man, oh, what a pig. I said, what a pig that is. I said, one question though, John Neal. I said, he got a wooden leg. I don't understand that part. Pig got a wooden leg over there. John Neal goes, man, he goes, what are you crazy? He says, a great pig like that, you can't eat him all at once. You know, he says,
Mr. Abraham Lincoln, everybody. Back, everybody, here with Norm MacDonald, and you know, I find out more and more about you every time you come on the program. You know, I always study up on a file and I learn more about you, and I was really surprised to learn I didn't know this. I didn't know this, but you were a bartender.
Yeah, I did a lot of jobs before I got into comedy, you know, and for a while I was slinging the hash. No. No.
You idiot!
That was when I was a fry cook. I was a bartender. I was slinging the drinks, you know?
Sure, right.
And, oh, man, that was fun. I'll tell you what was fun about being a bartender. Always a story, you know?
Really?
Always something funny happening down at the bar.
And, that's perfect for a talk show, then.
Yeah, this is a good example. I was, one time I was working in there. Drunk guy comes in, you know? And you're not supposed to serve the drunk guys. You know, that's one of the things you learn. So,
okay.
And also you learn how to make the drinks.
Yeah.
But, so the drunk guy comes in, you know, real drunk, you know, 3 sheets to the wind, you know. So this character sits down, you know, and I says to him, I says, what do you want? I can't serve you, you know. He goes, I don't want a drink, he says, you know. He says, I want to shoot a dart at your dartboard, you know. So I go to the guy, say, you can't shoot a dart at my dartboard. He goes, you're not in this, you're drunk, you know. I said, I'm not going to let you, that'd be dangerous. That's a sharp thing, a dart, you know. So the guy goes, no, let me shoot 1 shot at the dartboard. So I go, all right, 1 shot, that's it. So the guy shoots the dart, bullseye. I never seen anything like it, you know, even in his state, bullseye. So the guy says to me, he says, what do I win? You know? So I don't know what he wins. I'm confused, you know? So I start looking around, try to find something for him, and I see right in the bottom of the bar area, there's a shoebox with a turtle in it.
From where? What is that doing there?
What? I was was gonna give it as a gift to my nephew.
Okay, all right.
He wanted a turtle, and I said, I'll get him a turtle. That'll be a good gift.
Okay.
But then later I thought, that's a dumb gift, a turtle. Nobody likes a turtle, you know? The kid will probably just put him on his back until he dies. Kids are cruel, you know? So I said, why not just give it to this drunk?
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
So I said, here's your prize, here it is. And so the guy takes it in a shoebox, you know, and he goes, thanks, and he walks out with it. So I figured that's the last I'll ever see of that guy.
Sure.
2 weeks later, the guy shows up again. Drunk again. So now I go, oh my God, that's that guy from 2 weeks ago, you know? So he walks up to the bar. I go, I can't serve you, buddy. I can't do that. He goes, I don't want. He says, I want to shoot a dart at your dartboard. I go, no, man, I let you do that before. He goes, but I got a bullseye. I say, yeah, but you can't do that again. You know, that was luck. He goes, let me try. So he takes it, shoots it, bullseye again.
Oh, man.
So he goes, what do I win? You know? So I'm confused. I don't know, you know? I look around. I go, I don't know. I go, what did you win last time? He goes, oh, last time I won a roast beef on a hard roll. It was the turtle.
We know it was the turtle. It was the turtle. We know.
Oh, my God.
It was the turtle.
Guy must have gone out and ate it. It was crazy.
Oh, he ate the turtle. I see now.
It was crazy.
That's the real end of the joke.
It wasn't a joke.
I know it really happened, right? God forbid that was a joke. Oh, I guess I've known you for, I don't know, for a little while now, and you've come on the show a bunch of times, and we've gotten, you know, I was kind of surprised because someone told me that Norm MacDonald, has gotten kind of, you know, superstitious, and I thought, that's odd, because I don't think of you as that kind of person.
I never was. I was always a doubting Thomas. I couldn't think of the name. I was always a doubting, I was going to say Fred for some reason. I was always a doubting Thomas, you know. I was always, nah, that stuff, that's not true, that's a load of stuff, you know. So, but then I had this thing, you wouldn't believe it, you know. I opened my eyes and made a believer out of me. What happened was I had a dream, and it was like the number 7 in my dream, a giant number 7. Wow. It was the most vivid dream I ever had. So I wake up from the dream, right?
I'm with you.
Yeah. So I wake up from the dream, from this number 7. I look over at my clock, 7 o'clock, right?
Wow.
So I get up. It's not that coincidental.
No, I'm just sort of going along with you. Yeah.
So then I go out and I decide, hey, why don't I take a cab, you know? So I get in the cab, and it's cab number 7, I notice, when I'm in the cab. Now I'm starting to get a little freaked out, you know? And so I say, hey, take me to the track. I enjoy playing the ponies, you know?
Sure, I hear what you're saying. Yeah.
I like going down there, Cohen. I like visiting my money. So,
you crack me up.
My uncle used to say that. So I go to the track, you know, and I say, okay, what do I owe you there, fella? He says, $7.77.
Oh.
I said, good Lord. I said, I thought it was like 40 cents a minute. Anyways. So I go, here you go. I pay him, you know, I gave him like $8, you know.
Right.
So I walk through gate 7, you know, went up to ticket window number 7 there at the horse place, you know, and I look up, they have the form there, you know, the racing form shows you all the races. So I look and I see in the 7th race, there's a horse called Lucky 7, and he pays 77 to 1, you know? So I say, to hell with this. I say, I'm going to pull out all my money. I pull out all my money. I had like $700.
Wow.
Pull it out. I said, put this all on Lucky 7th and the 7th, you know? I go watch the race. Damn if he didn't come in 7th.
That's incredible. What an amazing story. Well, that's an incredible story, Norm.
I'm sorry about cursing. I forgot that.
That's all right. We're on cable by now.
Every day I meet somebody new, you know. This city's great because of the neighborly people, you know. I don't know. But I did meet one neighbor, interesting story, you know, that this guy, he just moved in, you know, next door to me. So I'm always one to meet the neighbors.
You like to chat with the neighbors,
Yeah, because, you know, so I went over to the guy, knocked on the door next door to where I live, and I say to the guy, I said, hey, I'm your new neighbor, you know, and I said, good to see you, you know, nice to run into you, you know, welcome to the neighborhood, you know. And so the guy, I said, what do you do for a living there, sir? You know, if you don't mind me asking. You know, what do you do for a living? I'm a I'm a nightclub comic, I tell the guy. So he says to me, he says, I work down at the University of Science there. He says, that's
a good school, by the way.
I can't remember the exact place.
Sure.
But he says, I'm a professor of logic.
Oh.
So he says, the guy says, logic. Now, what the hell is that? I never heard tell of that. He says, oh, well, he says it's a kind of a pattern of syllogistic. Well, he says it's hard to explain. He says, why don't I give you an example? So I said, fair enough. Why don't you do that? So the guy says, well, he says, let me ask you a question. He says, do you own a doghouse? So I go, yes, I do. He says, well, then that means you probably have a dog. I said, yes. He says, well, that means you have a family if you have a dog. I said, yes, I do. He said, well, then that means you got kids, you're married? I said, yes, I am. He says, well, then you're a heterosexual man. I said, yes, sir, I am. He says, well, you see, that's logic there. I asked if simply from finding out you had a doghouse, I made this series of inferences, and I found that you're a heterosexual man simply from the fact that you had a doghouse. Well, I said, good God, isn't that something?
Okay.
So I said, well, I won't waste any more of your time there, neighbor. And I said, I'll see you later.
See you around. Okay.
So I said, come by one day and have a chicken with me. So anyways, I left. So I left. So I go to get a bus, you know, to the bus stop. And I walk down to the bus stop, and I'm still thinking about this thing that happened to me, you know. And I'm standing at the bus, and no bus coming at all, you know, and 5 or 6 of us standing around, and one guy lights up a cigarette there, and he goes, as soon as you light up a cigarette, the bus comes. And he smokes the whole damn cigarette, no bus comes.
Right.
So I said to the guy, well, that theory really worked, huh?
Yeah.
And the guy goes, well, sometimes it works. Anyways, the guy goes, what's new with you? I go, well, I had an interesting thing happen to me today. I said, I met my neighbor. And he goes, oh, yeah? I go, he had a hell of an interesting job. I said, he's a professor of logic down at the University of
Science.
And so the guy says, is that so? He says, professor of logic. He goes, what the hell is that, logic? I said, well, it's a series of something or other.
Right.
I said, I can't remember exactly, but I said, I'll give you an example if you want to hear an example.
Yeah.
So the guy goes, all right, fair enough. So I said, let me ask you this. I said, let me ask you a question. Do you own a doghouse? And the guy goes, no, I don't own a doghouse. So the guy says, oh, yeah, you're one of them gays.
And it worked, right? What great stuff you can learn at that
nice.
University of Science there.
Yeah. And then the guy, get this. Get this.
There's more.
This gay guy invites me to have a chicken at his place.
That's some kind of euphemism. Watch out. You got a week off.
Yeah, I got a week off coming up. After this show, I got a week off, so it's going to be great.
Do you see your family much?
Every break, I like to go back and see my folks, you know, and also my uncles and aunts and all that, you know. They're great people. The old people, you know, what I find about the old people is...
Just in general.
In general, they had so much more interesting lives than we do, you know. Like, you know what I mean? Like we, you know, we go out, our generation, we go, okay, hey, let's go to a movie, and then we'll do the laundry and get some quarters for the laundry, and then we'll read the Sports Illustrated, you know, and whatever, right?
Right.
But these guys, they had lives, you know? Where they, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Yeah. So anyways, for instance, my Uncle Phil. You ever meet my Uncle Phil?
I didn't meet your Uncle Phil, no.
Oh, you didn't? He was...
Yeah, we don't know each other that well. Remember?
That's true.
No, I've not met your Uncle Phil.
He's a good man, Uncle Phil. So he was telling me, you know, he's just one of these guys that has so many lives pushed into one. He just does so many things, you know? And he was telling me, he says, he's a kind of a jack of all trades, you'd call him.
Yeah. That's a good phrase.
Yeah, he's a jack of all trades. So he was telling me, he said, the problem is, you're not really appreciated for any single thing because you're so good at so many things. You understand what I mean?
I hear you.
Yeah. So he said to me one time, he says, Norm, he says, we were just walking through his town, you know, of Monkland, Maine he lives in. And we were just walking through the town. He's an old fella, you know?
Right, one of the old people.
Yeah, he's 80.
Yeah, 80, okay.
80 years young, he says. So he goes, Norm, you see that barn over there, he says to me. I look over, there's a barn. I go, yeah, yeah. He goes, I built that barn with my own hands, all by myself. But he goes, do they call me, do they say there's Phil, the barn builder? No, sir, he says. I said, yeah, yeah. He goes, look over there, you see that weather balloon? He says, you don't know this about me, Norm. He says, I was one of the first men ever to fly in a weather balloon.
Wow.
He says, but do they say, hey, there goes Phil, the weather balloon pioneer? No. He says, look over there, there's a bakery that I started. You know, that dirty bastard Bob has it now, but I'm the guy that started that bakery. And I go, all right, easy. And he goes, I started that bakery and I was the best baker, but does anybody go, oh, there goes Phil, the great baker? No, he says, but he says, let me tell you something, Norm. He says, you have sex with one goat. And... He says, people then, they say, there goes Bill, the dirty goat.
Get rid of that. Somebody just said, you've got a vice. You've got a vice, and we should talk about it here. Not the dirty, dirty sex. I don't know about that, but you're a gambling man, aren't you? You like to gamble.
Well, I like to gamble legally, not with bookies. Especially not with that... Anyway.
What the hell almost happened there? You must have had a little meltdown there.
No, I don't like bookies anymore. But
anymore?
I
don't like the mafia anymore.
No, but the thing is, I like to go to Las Vegas and Atlantic City. That's a beautiful town, Atlantic City.
Yeah.
And you guys from Atlantic City?
No. I just wanted to shout.
Okay. So, yeah, I went to Vegas a couple weeks ago and a funny thing happened there, Andy.
Hi.
And a funny thing happened there in Vegas, right? I go there, you know, to gamble. I meet a couple of midgets, you know?
A couple of midgets?
Yeah.
Little people, I call them.
Well, I don't think of people as little people.
Yeah, your word's better.
Yeah.
Go ahead anyway. You meet a couple of midgets.
I know a lot of people in show business talk about the little people.
Right.
But I think everybody's the same. The midgets, the regular people.
Okay.
You know? We're all human beings.
We're all human beings. That's good. That's good. You have a good attitude.
Some of us are, you know, short and have weird big heads. So, anyway, these guys.
My neck went out there for a second, but it's better now.
These two midgets, man, they were the funniest dudes. And one of them was telling me that him and his buddy decided to get a couple of prostitutes, you know, because midgets, they can't have sex very much with the women, you know. And, so they say, we'll get a couple of prostitutes.
I didn't know that, but okay. Yeah.
So they say, let's get a couple of prostitutes, right? So the other midget goes, hey, man, that's great. So,
what are they, Cheech and Chong? Like you're two midgets, like, hey, dude. Yeah, man, that sounds heavy.
Well, you know.
All right.
So the midgets, the one midget, they get their two prostitutes, you know, and they take them up to their room, you know, in the hotel. And so the one midget, he gets in the room with the girl. And
They're in separate rooms here?
Yeah, separate rooms, but they're adjoining.
Right.
So the one midget, he gets the prostitute, and he wants to have sex with her, but he'd been drinking a lot, so he had trouble, like, performing, you know.
Yes, I know.
Right. Nobody knows better than you about that. Right? So
The one midget, he gets in with his girl, but he's too drunk to perform, and he feels real bad, right? So then, this is what the guy's telling me, the midget. He goes down, then afterwards, he says, okay, get out, you dirty whore, you know? He blames her, you know?
Right, blames her,
yeah.
okay.
So she leaves, and then he's feeling all bad, so he listens with a glass to the next room where his buddy is with his prostitute.
Right.
And he hears, like, in the next room, he hears, 1, 2, ah! 1, 2, ah! 1, 2, ah! 1, 2, ah!
Right,
1, 2,
right,
ah!
Right. Stop doing it.
Yeah. So he goes, oh, that dirty, dirty midget's having some fun sex over there, you know? So...
He calls him a midget too?
Yeah.
But he's a midget. All right, whatever.
So he feels bad, you know?
Right.
And the next day, man, he meets his buddy midget at the coffee shop. He goes, and the guy goes, hey, man, how'd it go last night? And the one guy goes, oh, man, it was horrible, you know? I was too drunk. I couldn't perform with my prostitute. He goes, but it sounds like you had a good time. And then the other guy, midget, goes, what, are you kidding? I couldn't even get up into the bed. I was...
You ran into those guys because it's such a good story.
I know. It's a happy ending. They did very good at Baccarat, and
they were happy. Now listen, we want to talk about your uncle, because every time you come on the show, you have a story about your uncle who lives up in Canada.
Oh, yeah, he's a Frenchman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you always have like a little story about him.
Jean-Luc. Oh, yeah, he's a crazy character, that dude. He originally visited New York City. Hello?
I'm just having a drink. I can listen to you and have a drink. It's not like I went like this. Hold it. Ooh. Ah, liquid. Huh? I'm still here. Let's see if I got this right. You've got an uncle, lives up in Canada, named Jean-Luc.
Jean-Luc.
Occasionally he visits. Once time he visited New York.
So I'm living in New York, you know? And Jean-Luc, I'm excited. Jean-Luc's going to come by, my crazy Frenchman uncle. So he gets in the cab, right?
When he gets to the airport?
Yeah, when he gets to the airport, the cab driver picks him up, and the cab driver says to him, hey, Frenchman, he says, do you like riddles, you know? So my uncle Jean-Luc, he's like, ah, yes, I love the riddles. That's how he talks. He goes, I like nothing better than a riddle. So the cabbie's like, all right, here's one, right? So he said, here's the riddle. His brothers and sisters, I have none, but this man's father is my father's son. So my uncle goes, I don't know. Right? So the cabbie goes, it's me. It's me.
Oh, yeah, makes sense.
Oh, he thinks about it. Oh, by God, he says, that's a good riddle there. He says, I have to tell my wife, Mary Claire, when I get back to Gaspé. That's where he lives, Gaspé.
Right.
So he's like, take me back to the airport. And the cabbie's like, what? Right? The cabbie's like, I thought you wanted to go visit Norm then. No. I go back to the airport. All right, you know, I have to tell Mary Claire. Seems odd, right?
Right.
Gets back on the plane, flies all the way back home there to Gaspé. And he gets back, right? Runs in the door. Mary Claire, it's vous. You know, where are you, Mary Claire? Come on down here. I have a riddle for you. She goes, oh, Jean-Luc, I love the riddle. She's a woman, high voice.
Michael Jackson was visiting. Yeah, all right.
So, you're going to love this riddle. How was New York? Forget about that. I got the riddle. Brothers and sisters, I have none. But this man's father is my father's son. She goes, I don't know. Who is it? Some cab driver back in New York.
You didn't mean to do that, did you?
No, I didn't.
Be honest, you didn't mean to do that.
I didn't at all. I just got to the end. That guy, man, I always tell my uncle, you shouldn't curse so much. You know?
Oh, man. All right.
One time I went on, it was like a dance floor, and they gave me a Mr. Mic. Do you know what a Mr. Mic is?
Of course.
So I'm holding the speaker and the mic and talking, and then a guy comes in from the street, you know?
Yeah.
And there's no signs advertising for me or anything. So he thinks I'm a psychotic, you know, person. And so he starts approaching me, you know, like you would say, give me the gun, you know? And I'm like, no, I'm the performer, I'm the entertainer.
We were on the road with, it was Adam and Rob Schneider, Norm, and a bunch of us. And some nights he'd flip the whole set, but some nights he would do like the bomb set.
Oh, yeah.
And he would just walk people, and he would do it almost on purpose. So, you know, some nights he would just say, this is the set you're getting. And
But here's Norm, this goofy Canadian accent, really telling these long, weird bits for 8 shows. And he probably bombed 3 out of 8 shows. Whenever he killed, which was, he would kill, when it was a sophisticated crowd, he would get him and he would kill. He would just go backstage, he'd pull out a deck of cards, and he'd make me and Rich Voss play poker with him. When he bombed, Norm would go to the exit and say goodbye to every single person who left. Just to be weird and make us laugh and be awkward for the people. He would thank everyone for coming after he bombed.
It's courtesy of Jim Downey, who did Update with Norm, said, I mean, it's the thing that stuns me is he used to, there's dress for Saturday Night Live and then there's air. And Norm would do his set for Update in front of the dress crowd. And there'd be certain jokes that got absolutely nothing. Now, a sketch can maybe do better on air than it did, but a joke, if it bombs at dress, in that format, it will bomb on air. It just will. So he had undisputed proof that his joke was going to bomb, but he liked the joke. And he'd turn to Downey and say, yeah, we're doing it. And Downey would say, oh, that's a great joke. Yeah, we're doing it.
Across the Great Plains, harsh weather and hungry boll weevils are the cause of one of the worst cotton harvests in years. Or so the Germans would have us believe. Last Sunday's National Hockey League game between the Buffalo Sabres and the Tampa Bay Lightning was postponed due to record snowfall in Buffalo. Or so the Germans would have us believe.
Now, that I like to do well. And if I'm handed absolute proof that I will fail, I will change course.
Sure.
I will admit it. I'm not that guy. There's something in him that's unbelievably fearless.
What you're describing there, when I would watch those segments, they were delightful. There was something more exciting and interesting about the silence and Norm's joy at having landed the dud.
And holding a smile.
It was thrilling. It was heroic.
He was telling us, this is a good joke, and I'm sticking with it. And his eyes would just light up when he was getting nothing. And you got what I'm serving tonight. This is what we're serving at the restaurant, and this is what you're eating, and you're gonna. There you go. Yeah, you know.
That's a perfect way to put it. It's like a master chef. What do you know? Fuck your taste buds.
It's a sushi restaurant where they go.
Yeah.
You don't do California rolls here.
Yeah.
Been away so long, and I need you now more than forever.
Yeah. That guy is certain, and his sensibility. It's fun to watch.
You get more than a joke and a laugh. You get that tone. You get that attitude. There is that invisible connection. Yeah, we know what you're up to, Norm, and this is what we love.
It's like why rock and roll is cool. The swag of it, like she's just doing it. He's hip, bro.
Oh, you watch the Saturday Night Live show?
Yeah.
What time is that on now, Paul?
Huh?
I say, what time would that be on?
It's like it's 11. It's live. I think.
Yeah.
right, a side of me you've never seen. My evil twin, otherwise known as Norm MacDonald, joins me for an evening of comedy, revelry, and fashion tips. Also with us, comedian David Spade. Join me along with me and David Spade. We're all next on Larry King Live. Welcome to Larry King Live. Tonight, a very special guest, the Iron Horse of broadcasting. Larry King is with us. Larry, welcome.
An honor to be with you, Larry.
Well, welcome to the show.
This is strange, isn't it?
It's strange, but it's good.
I'm very proud to be. I've always wanted to guest with you.
Yes.
Yeah, it's weird.
Good to be on the other side of the desk.
Yes, good to see myself. You know, now I'm starting to talk like you talk like me. All right, what's the question?
The first question is, Larry, you've done it all. You've interviewed everybody from Sadat to, who's another guy?
And name it, Clinton.
Sadat to Clinton, all through the years. What is the key to being a good interviewer?
The key?
The key to being a good interviewer.
Is being a good listener.
What was that? A listener. You have to listen.
You have to listen to the answers,
Listen.
which gives you the next question to ask.
The next question to ask.
In other words, if you're a good listener, you ask me, like, who was your favorite?
I see,
and then I answer, and it surprises you. So you say, why? Or what did he do that made him
I see, all right.
You got to be engrossed.
Engrossed
in
the guest.
subject. Yes, the guest counts.
The guest is everything.
Not the host.
Not the host.
The guest counts. I'm the guest.
Fair enough.
Host me.
Then let me ask you this. Of all the people that you've ever interviewed over the years, how many people would you say you've interviewed?
40,000.
40,000.
That's what they figure 40 years, about 1,000 people a year.
40,000 guests. Now, who was the physically ugliest guest you ever encountered? The ugliest.
Ugliest.
The Elephant Man. You ever interview the Elephant Man?
No, we tried.
He was ugly.
But we didn't do. We almost had Siamese twins once.
Really?
Didn't do them.
Then you're saying Siamese twins are ugly?
They were connected at the head.
And that
would have been difficult.
Not attractive to
you? No.
Would you marry a Siamese twin?
Now stop that. I didn't come here to be insulted.
No, but
all right.
So you never interviewed
I'm
the
trying
Elephant
to think if you asked a good. No, I did not interview the Elephant Man. I'm trying to think of the ugliest man I have ever interviewed. The ugliest man. Who's the guy who produces Saturday Night Live?
Lorne Michaels.
That's the man.
Yes, I've met him. He is
hard to look at.
Not easy on the eye.
No, not. It's hard to interview people like that.
Not easy on the eye. So you're saying, Larry King, that you find conjoined twins ugly?
At the head, yes.
At the head, they're ugly.
At the hip, they're not ugly. But at the head, it's grotesque.
It's grotesque.
Don't you think it's grotesque?
No, I find all humans beautiful.
Larry, that's why we love you.
That's right.
Oh, what now?
Now, let me ask you this.
What?
You are a very happily married man now.
Very.
How many times have you been married?
6.
6 times, and now...
Finally.
6 is the charm.
The right girl came along. Shauna.
A lovely
Shauna. I call her Shauna because it's like...
And how long have you been married?
7 months.
7 months, which is a record.
No, this is the first... I've been married, Larry, but I've never been married.
Married.
This is married.
Married like...
She's my friend, like I love her.
I see. That's what Clinton says about his wife, isn't it?
I came to the show expecting the best. I didn't expect to be humiliated this way.
Well, let me ask you this, Larry. You're married.
Yes.
6 months.
Yes, 7 months.
7 months.
See, you got to listen.
Okay, 7 months it's been. And yet, you started necking with Marlon Brando on the air. What's that all about?
Marlon grabbed me. It was him, not me.
So it was him.
It was him.
He kissed you.
Out of nowhere, he kissed me on the lips.
Oh, my Lord.
And I tell you the truth.
He was aroused.
I can't stop thinking about him.
Was he aroused?
Was he aroused?
That's a journalistic question.
That's correct. And if Ed Bradley's here, I'll have him ask it. I had no idea. I was shocked, Larry, when he did that.
Shocked when Marlon Brando kissed
Absolutely. Wouldn't you be?
I would enjoy it.
Are you? Never mind.
Am I Larry King gay? Was that your question?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
Yes. I'll come out of the closet right now. On your show, I, Larry King, Irreversibly gay.
Irreversibly
Yes,
gay.
that's what the doctors have told me. I had the quintuple bypass, and then they said there's a slight side effect.
Don't ask, don't tell.
Don't ask, don't tell, exactly.
All right, what's next? What do you have another
What's next? Let me think. Quick question, favorite SNL performer of all time?
SNL?
Saturday Night Live.
My favorite Saturday night performer of all time. Norm MacDonald's way up there. He's going to be on the show tonight.
He's terrific.
He's funny.
Very funny.
Why is he leaving?
Why is he leaving what?
Why is he leaving Saturday Night Live?
Well, I don't know too much
You got to
about
listen to answer. You don't like him, do you?
I don't care for him.
Belushi was way up there. But if I had to pick a McDonald, Belushi, very strong. And the guy, Dennis Miller.
Dennis Miller, terrific.
Right,
Terrific.
bright, intelligent.
Very bright, intelligent.
We have about a minute left to my portion of Guess With You, because
Minute
I've
left.
got to go.
Well, I wanted to bring up one thing. Not only are you master of the medium of TV, you also write a column in USA
right.
Today.
I do, every Monday.
I have it with us.
Yes.
I have it with us. Every Monday, you write a column for USA Today.
Correct.
And you read USA Today?
Yes.
Terrific paper.
Right.
Terrific paper. Now, I've got your Monday, April 6th column. I'd like to quote something for you. Here you say, Kathy Bates is sensational in primary colors.
Yes.
Still feel that way?
Why would I change? You mean, on reflection, she's not sensational?
So you're saying on reflection, she's not sensational?
No, I'm saying Thanks for having me on.
Wait, I have another one.
Which one?
It says here, I haven't seen kids shooting marbles in years.
I haven't.
Still feel that way? Now, what about this one? For my money, of all the guests I've ever interviewed, the Elephant Man was the ugliest. Did you not tell me you never interviewed the Elephant Man?
Yes. So, one of us is lying, in print or on the air.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Larry King, good to have you with us, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Starr.
And we will be back. We'll return with David Spade, a funny man, and Norm MacDonald, an even funnier man. Stay with us.
You say I don't listen. I tell you I try. And we both got our own problems.
There's no chance of you running for president again?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, really? Because, it'd be good for me. Kind of help keep you on the front pages,
Now, believe me, Norm, running for president doesn't always keep you in the front pages unless you, of course, take a dive off a podium.
Yeah, that did get a lot of coverage, didn't it?
Yeah, and thanks for noticing here on Saturday Night Live. I appreciate it.
I don't write a lot of this stuff.
How do you?
Some of my my strongest material comes from real life.
Real life?
Like, for instance, today I was driving in a car.
Mm-hmm.
You were kind enough to bring a car to bring this old chunk of coal here to the studio.
We send cards for our guests, yes.
Yeah, so I got in it, and I get material that way. So my driver...
What do you mean? How do you get material that way? You get in the car, and what happens?
My driver tells me a joke.
Guy goes into a dentist's office. Yeah. Dentist said, "What are you doing here?" He said, "I think I'm a moth."
A moth?
A moth. He said, "What?" "I think I'm a moth." He said, "Well, you have mental problems. You need to go see a psychiatrist." He said, "I know." He said, "You're in a dentist's office." He said, "I know." He said, "What are you doing here? Why did you come here?" He said, "The light was on."
That's a good joke.
It's a great one.
And you're going to tell it now on the show.
Yeah, that's how I get a lot of my material.
Okay. Why don't we just have him on next time?
That guy. That guy. No, wait till you hear me do it. So the guy, he goes, I say, I'll be the guy.
Okay.
A moth goes into a podiatrist's office.
A moth goes into a podiatrist's office, all right.
You are correct. When I came to Hollywood, Andy was a good friend to me.
Oh, he was nice to you when you first came
here? He was absolutely. We had nothing, Mm-hmm. We were just starting out. I was working at Artie's Deli coffee shop. Mm-hmm. busting tables, you know, and stuff like that. And he was always there to help me and stuff. He was the first guy I actually met. He was he had some pilot on the TV and stuff, and he was really so sweet to me, you know. And he said, I want to invite you over to a Hollywood party. No, I was just a farm boy from Canada, you know.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, Canada, yeah. And a big nation up to the north.
Sure, yes. Powerful nation. Lovely people.
So I said, wow, here's my, Andy Richter's going to show me, I'm going to go to a Hollywood party. How exciting, you know? So he said, it's going to be a pretty wild party. You know, I'm not used to wild parties. I said, what is a wild party there? You know, I don't get out much. He says, he's like a little drinking, a little fighting, a little fornicating, you know? I said, wow, man, that sounds pretty good. I said, what time should I show up? He goes, anytime, it's just the two of us. Now,
He said, welcome to the neighborhood. I know it's not exactly a neighborhood. I live 40 miles from here. But if you're interested, tomorrow night, I'm throwing a welcome to the neighborhood bash. There's going to be a lot of barbecue, some drinking, some dancing, and some wild sex. Would you like to come? And Morty said, sure, but what should I wear? The cowboy said, it doesn't make any difference. It's just going to be the two of us.
all right, in the airport, SFO. Wait, you want to be on it? You're on it right now. It's very dark, though. You got a lot of hearts, though.
I got a lot of hearts.
Yeah. They usually there's comments. No one's commenting. Oh, wait, I hid chat. That's why. Maybe I just hid chat now. Chat hidden. Oh, I don't want that. Oh, yeah, now people are watching.
So this is a live video?
Yeah, they go,
Does
is
it,
that your girl? No.
Does it cut off at any point?
Hi from Scotland. No, it keeps going. Goes, how you doing, mystery chick? Goes, she's flexible.
Oh, this is awkward.
Are you wheeling at the airport? Who is this lovely gal? What's your name?
Hannah.
This is a Hannah. She's gorgeous. She's not too smart, is she? Oh, that's not nice.
That's not a very nice thing to say.
Says, hi, Hannah. I can't, it goes so fast. Marry me, Hannah, says Scoper.
Oh, weird.
Hey, Hannah, says Capscat. Hi, Hannah. It's not Hannah, it's Hannah. Are you hitting on her, says Sam Athen? No. It's not nice to say. Where's Hannah from? Fresno? Zero gravity chair? I don't know. Is that what this is called?
Future chair?
Yeah, we call it a future chair.
We call it the future chair.
Hannah, get away from that creep, says Dim Twit. That's not nice to say. Dom does this. Take her to the first class. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. There's people sitting in these two chairs. Sorry, man. Hope they come back soon, because.
I know. Otherwise, you're going to be the asshole that never let anyone sit down, and
I
then
know.
you just get up and leave.
Everyone hates me in the airport. Oh, it says Hannah's in a future chair. Is there any future with Hannah? That's funny. Is she a comedian? No, we just met her. Is that a guitar? Yes. That's Josh's guitar. That's a nice table. Okay, now you're just getting idiotic. What does Hannah think of Trump's tax plan? Says M. Trump.
Oh, wow, that's actually a real question.
Big question. Hannah Solo, says Cogs. Hannah looks like a gymnast, says Scott. Tell her to let her hair down, says Nidiker. We're not like monkeys. Just do whatever you say. Does Hannah like fat guys from Wisconsin? Oh, what does Hannah do for a living?
I teach yoga.
Oh, well, they were right.
And I work at a sports bar.
Oh, people were right about your yoga. Yeah, she. If you guys didn't hear, she teaches yoga and works at a sports club. Is she gonna work out? No, we're not doing anything.
We're getting on a plane.
Yeah, we're just getting on a plane. Albert says, yoga, I'll be right there. They love the yoga girls.
Apparently.
Yeah, people are going nuts now. Downward dog, honey, that's disgusting. Come on, guys, you're better than that.
This is so weird.
Jeez, man. Yoga Berra.
Oh, that's sad. Too soon.
Yeah, that's too soon, guys. Will she be drinking on the airplane, says Mike?
Not
No.
likely.
A little too early. I think.
Unlikely.
A little too early. Enough of Hannah, Georgia or Alabama. Go Dogs. What's the weirdest yoga student you ever had, Hannah?
What's the weirdest yoga student I've ever had? I have one guy that comes in and he never does anything that the class is doing.
Yeah.
He only stays for 10 minutes and then he leaves. But he does it for this whole studio. He comes
Yeah.
to every class and that's what he does.
And he only
every
goes for
single
10
class.
minutes.
Yeah.
And do you feel like he's just looking at girls, or
No, we're not really sure.
really just
Yeah.
an eccentric? He must have a lot of money because he pays, right?
Well,
He pays for the hour.
This is for a gym yoga class.
Oh, it's free if you belong to the
Yeah,
gym.
it's part of the gym. But he does
What
it with
gym
all
is
the
it?
teachers.
What gym do you work? Well, maybe you don't want to say.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if
Yeah,
I should say
you
that.
probably shouldn't say. Everybody's asking Hannah questions.
Fortune America is patrons, yes.
Oh, now you want to
Kwai Ling Park, please make your way back.
Where would Hannah go if she could travel through time? Whatever, low jump. Low jump. I've hit every comic with the same. And then you laughed in your act.
I can't believe Norm MacDonald here, Baggage Claim, the talk
What?
show. Norm, it's so good to see you. Norm,
Yeah, how
you and
you
I
doing,
golfed
Bob?
together. Do you remember that? We golfed together. You
We
came to my
did.
office.
That's right, at
we met
Witsit.
At Witsit, you came
Yeah.
all the way up the stairs and you hung out.
I was all tired.
And then the
and
next
we
day,
had you had the pilot for the Larry Sanders show.
oh, that's right. I was reading for it. Hank. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I ran into. Why am I blanking on his name? You know who I'm talking
Jeffrey
about.
Temple.
Yeah, he's the best.
Yeah.
He kept rubbing in how he got it. So Norm, I'm a huge fan. You know that. But we started out, I guess. Technically, we started out together, didn't we?
That's right.
And now you are really. And I hear you're in the Creature from the Black Lagoon show at Universal. You play the creature on Wednesdays and Fridays. Is that true? Very excited.
Partially. It's a little
But
blown out of proportion.
Are you still Canadian, or did you
Yes.
renounce that after 9/11?
What?
9/11. You remember what happened? That's Norm MacDonald right there. Oh, wait a second. Yeah, no bags yet. I guess I have to talk to him more. So Norm, what you got coming up? You want to promote? You got any gigs out there?
Yeah, I got gigs, man. I got a whole bunch of them, but I can't remember what they are.
Yeah. That's Norm. He's probably almost 50 now, and it doesn't really click like it used to. But he's still funny as all heck. Norm, you know that's bad body language with your arms folded because you're closing yourself out. Hey, relax. You're a good-looking guy. You shouldn't really be ashamed. You know, I saw a bag over there with flowers all over it. Maybe that's your carousel.
What?
There were flowers on it. Let's be honest. So who you were talking to? That was another comic, was it? Oh wait, nothing. Look at that.
We're at the wrong carousel.
Norm, thank you for being on the show.
Thank you, Bob. Respect, man.
Back at you.